Hello, my sexy muffins, and welcome back to a new video. In this video, we are doing the very long for a specific person has been on me with so many ideas for this mini series. Like, oh my goodness. And I say that in the most best way ever because they gave me so many ideas and so much content for it. Anyways, the thing is, this scenario is going to be Yandere female Valentino, aka Valentina, ex male listener, ex female Vox, aka Voxella, and eventually, yes, they will be husband and wife, darling and partners and husbands. So, yes, eventually Voxella and Valentina will be wife to Yanderes to the husband, darling. Okay, yes. So, Voxella and Valentina are the Yanderes. Yes. And right now we're going to start off with you being the listener and meeting and just a summary to start off your life in the human world when you met Valentina and how it went down. Sorry, I didn't take any notes on this. This is just done as is. So yes, let's do it. Okay, let's do it. Oh, but first, I almost forgot. Disclaimer: Valentina and Voxella are gender bents of Valentino and Vox from Hazbin Hotel. They are not canon to be this gender in in the canon show of Hazbin Hotel, and this is just for fun and not to be taken seriously at all. They are obviously also not Yandere in canon, and this is just for fun, again, not to be taken seriously. And submit for fictional characters and fictional Yanderes is fine as long as you separate fiction from reality. Yanderes are not ideal partners to have in real life, and please do not do any ship or simp for things that are illegal or gross. You know who you are, and we don't tolerate that on this channel. Anyways, we are going to be doing How You Met Valentina. And now this is just a lot of headcanons I have of what Valentino slash Valentina would, aka Valentina, would have been like in human life. So this is very biased right now. We don't know the full. It's not anywhere near canons like an AU, basically. Okay. So let's do this. Your name walked through the garden of the party. He looked around. He was very excited to finally be able to be out and about in Italy. He got invited to a party by a friend who was going to see a very influential woman named Valentina. Your name has heard about Valentina very much so, and he was very curious about her in general. She is one of the most beautiful women's in the 50s of Italy, and also very popular with her being one of the most richest females in Italy. Though she spoke a lot of English, which your name was thankful for because he was mainly spoke that over Italian. Sorry if you're Italian, speak fluent Italian. I'm sorry. Anyways, he went to the party and wondered if she would be out and about. And that is when he saw her. She was beyond breathtaking. Long, dark black hair in a French braid and stunning dress, showing off all her assets but still being modest enough. It was a vision of beauty. He blushed and looked away. There was no way he could get a woman like that. Though it seemed like Valentina ended up seeing him as well. She smirks and walks over to the young man and looks him up and down. She was already tall, very model-esque tall type of woman who looked down at the slightly shorter male. "Hello there," she says, smiling seductively to the man. "I couldn't help but notice you were staring at me," she says, and he blushed, looking at her. I was just admiring," he says, a little bit nervous that this beautiful woman was talking to him. "Why don't we take a walk?" Valentina shoots at him and then offers her arm. He never seen a woman this confident, and honestly, it was refreshing. They went for a walk, and it was great. It was a nice evening, and they went out under the stars and began to talk. So, what are you doing here other than being at my home? She says. He looked at her. My friend brought me here, but kind of ditched me so he could flirt with some ladies. He explains to Valentina. Oh, I'm sorry about that. Anyways, she holds out her hand. My name is Valentina. And you are? My name is your name, he says, looking back at her. She smiles at that and kisses his hand that was still in hers. It's a pleasure to meet you, she says, smiling and then looking at him. So, I'm going to cut to the chase, she says boldly. I like you, and I think you're attracted to me. Do you want to ditch my party? She asks. He was shocked, but then the way she was looking at him, it hit him on what she meant. It hit him on what she meant that she wanted. She wanted to have some intimate intercourse with your name, and he blushed, looking at her up and down. He nodded, and she took him up to her master bedroom, where they made love. Unknowns to him, that Valentina was obsessed with him already and was trapping him with a child. She hasn't been taking her birth control but didn't plan on having sex anytime soon. So she planned to trap him with a child. She could not wait until he would be forced to marry her and have no choice because it's the 50s. What type of man would he be if he just left a pregnant woman with a child alone? So she entrapped him. He was unaware of this, and still he was attracted to her, and there was chemistry. But he did not plan on having a child so soon, or plan on getting married so soon, or plan on marrying a woman that he doesn't know much about. For he did not know a lot of things, that Valentina was a human trafficker, and that she was selling men and women into the sex trade and making a killing off of it. She was not a woman to be trusted, and she was so dangerous and deadly. Tongue twister. As your name falls asleep in the arms of Valentina, she smirks down at him. He belonged to her now, and she could not wait to keep him forever and ever. Okay. Disclaimer, Valentina is not a good person. She is based on Valentina, who is also a horrible person. And yeah, the sex trade and human trafficking and all that horrible, pimpin' horrible. Disclaimer, I do not support this, and this character is close to canon, but no, we do not support this. No. Hello, my sexy muffins, and welcome to the Patreon outro. This part of the outro is specifically for shoutouts and announcements of my Patreon and to my Patreon patrons, of course. And we have 3 tiers. No one currently in the first tier, no one in the Witches, Warlock, Sorcerer tier, which is $6.66, and where you can start getting not safe for work stuff. And then there is one single patron in the Queen King's Majesty tier, which is the most expensive tier, only at $10, and where you can make requests, get all the not safe for work content and be able to see it, and to be able to vote on future not safe for work stuff. Well, of course, you get the not safe for work watching content in the $6.66 tier of Witches, Warlocks, and Sorcerers. But for the $10 one, you get to also make special requests for content you want to specifically see of not safe for work, and I will do them as efficiently as possible and as soon as possible so you can see them. Anyways, wiggle, 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 wiggle. And so this is a shout out to Gav. Gav thank you for being my first patron, the first one to make fan art of my stories that I do on YouTube, because I have had fan art before of various other stories. Love them. They're all perfect as well, and they are the best muffins as well. But you're the first one for the videos, and I love that. And also love that you continue making them and let me use them. Go support Gav. She is a wonderful person, and she is Queen Gav, because once you're in the Queen King Majesty tier, you are officially a queen on this channel. Or a king or a majesty. Tell me what you prefer. And she is Queen Gav of the Sexy Muffins clan. Yes, and I hope that she does well right now. And that is her shout out, and I will video this anytime there needs to be another shout out. Until then, stay sexy, all my sexy muffins, and stay sexy, Queen Gav. And I bid you adieu. Bye. Also, if you want to have join Patreon, do it. You'll be able to get Not Safe for Work contents, or if you want to general support. Best deal, though, if you just want to listen to Not Safe for Work and not request anything but still have voting power, would be the $6.66 one. That would be the best deal. But if you want to have extra power of being able to make requests, I suggest doing that as well, because then. Oh, and also I might add a tier every now and then. I will add announcements to that of when I do requests that are like the cheapest request, where I basically, it's a commission where I'm making a Not Safe for Work for you to specifically see that you want, basically taking requests for money. That's if you want to do that. If not, if that's something you're interested in, like having the lowest tier that I can do, $3 at this time, where you can make a request for that tier, then I will do it. I might do it. Anyways, I hope that you all enjoyed. And now back to the outro. Badoop. Stay sexy on my thickly muffins and enjoy the rest of the outro. Thank you. Bye-bye. So that's just the intro of how you guys met. I tried to give some dialogue. I know I gotta do more dialogue. I suck at giving dialogue in videos. I really do. Anyways, I hope that you all enjoyed. And if you would like to see a part 2 sooner than rather than later, comment part 2 and I'll do it as soon as I can. And yeah. Oh, sorry, back pain. Still having back pain from arthritis and scoliosis. Anyways, yes. So if you want to see part 2, comment part 2. If you would like to see a playlist below, there is a playlist below, so you can choose what video you would like to see next. And yes, what else? Yes, and there will be suggested videos at the end. And if there's anything you want to see a part 2 of, or get its own full-fledged miniseries, comment it below. That I already have done, not a new one, that I already have done, and I will do it as soon as possible if I get enough votes for it, or if I have the time for it, or if it's worthy, basically, because I have a lot on my plate right now. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed, and stay sexy, all my sexy muffins. Bye-bye!